Morning. This is going to be a bonus video for newsletter 10, where I introduce feminine energy mechanics and the feminine embodiment response. And I just got out of bed. I just decided to get this done. The first thing that is important to know that this is just about creating a circuit of energy within your body so that there's extra energy available for you instead of always just pushing it out into giving to other people or up into your head, because we want to be able to recycle the energy back through our body to avoid our own exhaustion. So many of you already know what your pelvic floor muscles are, but it's these muscles that run from your pubic bone back to your tailbone, and it's the hammock underneath. Okay. So that's the muscles that we're going to try to, you've heard of it as Kegels maybe. That's the musculature that we're going to try to use today to our benefit. And I've called it in other videos the stopgate or just, I called it heart, umbilicus, and womb. So, and what I've found in myself is there's a circuitry. I've told you it feels like a figure 8 coming out from my heart, back through my belly button, and then out my tailbone, and then it cycles back up again through the belly button to the heart. It's like compassion and passion, compassion, 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 and passion. So that's when I start to feel like a whole integrated person, and I can get in touch with the positive aspects of being a very emotional, feminine woman. So this has all led me to more and more precise levels of understanding of who I am, how I process things inside my body. So this is what I'm trying to share with you now, because it is reproducible. It's available to every one of us. And the first thing I want to say is, if you're a person who feels big, has strong emotions, I'm that too. And I gave myself permission years ago to feel the full depth of all of those. Now, that's very scary for a lot of people. It's very unappealing and ugly and doesn't look attractive and sexy like our world wants us to be. But it has allowed me to feel every single cell in my body, and has allowed me to stay in touch with my heart. So I see you, I honor you, and I'm sorry for all the times people have told you to shut it down, shut it off. I'm not going to tell you that ever. Now, I will tell you, you'll be judged, you'll be treated a certain way. Find a safe space to do it. The shower if you have to. But yeah, feeling, sensing, sensuality, it's the gateway between what I consider the body and the universe, the spirit, the soul, whatever you want to call it. So without more ado, those pelvic floor muscles. So today was the FER practice, which stood for the floor, your pelvic floor, energy, dropping your energy down there consciously, and then using your breath and muscular compressions to first grab the energy, and then as you release, you can feel the rebound. Just warning you ahead of time, if it feels like nothing at first, that's fine. Just keep up with it. Once you feel that first little bounce, that rebound, and then the wave that comes up, I will warn you, like, that's amazing. Like, I can, just talking about it, I just got goosebumps. It's a really powerful energy that makes you feel invincible, which is exactly why I didn't want you to have it, because you become extremely discerning and you're like, no, yes, more, this, that, but not in a witchy, bitchy. It's just I know who I am, and I can dodge, weave, deflect. It's where you get your power to become both calm and effective. And you finally reach the point of composure and thriving and flow, where everything just starts to come at you naturally. So how do you do this? All right. So the feminine embodiment response, that's what I'm going to teach you to access today. So those muscles down there on the chair, and I'm using a chair because I just thought it would be easier for us to practice that way. You can do it standing, but it feels more awkward. You've seen my poses where I'm like just trying to show you where those muscles are. So you can do it standing if that's what allows you to feel like you're sinking into your energy a little bit more. I'm going to do it sitting because that's where most of us will probably be, and that's okay. Don't worry about, you want to feel your those muscles like on the chair, wiggle around, feel them a little bit, get back in touch with your body if you're currently out of touch with your body. All right, and we're gonna first let's just practice squeezing them. Just in the newsletter, I said it feels like you're picking up a blueberry. Basically, it's like doing Kegels, clenching those muscles that are around your vaginal muscles. I'm not exactly sure what they call them, but down there. So just practice giving them a few squeezes. And yes, at first I always have to close my eyes because it isn't something that you immediately connect with. Now that I've done them a few times, now I can talk and actually do it. So I'm doing them right now. You might not even know. So I'm just clenching, releasing, clenching, releasing, clenching, releasing, clenching, releasing. You can't even tell. It's that subtle. It's very gentle, which right there is part of the power of it. Because as women, you know that you've been judged both by yourself and others. And sometimes you have to do things inside that no one even has an idea that you're doing. So this is one of those things that you can do anywhere, anytime. Plus, we have to breathe. So when we coordinate it with those movements, the clenching and the releasing, along with slow, purposeful inhalations and exhalations, that's where the science kicks in that I referenced in the newsletter this week. This is how we adjust our heart rate variability to be bigger. We want bigger waves. That again is back to why I think it's powerful to be a woman, to feel all of your emotions, to get to both poles. Very important to get to both sides, surviving, thriving, crying, elation, because that to me is how I ultimately find, okay, where is my midpoint? And am I more right of center? Am I more left of center? I don't know until I investigate the two sides. And then I eventually find my center. And once I find my center, that's when I know this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is how, and I can purposely create cause. But we'll talk about that more in another newsletter. So for today, how do we do this? So you've gotten in touch with clenching, releasing, clenching, releasing. So now, consciously, when you clench, inhale. And when you exhale, unclench. Inhale, clench. Exhale, unclench. Inhale, clench. Exhale and unclench. Okay. Now slow it down enough so that you can actually feel things. Let's first find those pelvic muscles, clench them, and now give yourself enough time, hold your breath, that you can actually feel yourself start to get a little heavy. You can feel the energy start to move down and collect. Now, exhale and relax those pelvic floor muscles. Now that time I just felt squishy in the middle. So like I'm feeling self-conscious because I'm now one video trying to teach it. And this is how we get in our mind and out of our body. Perfectly normal. That's just me releasing stress. That's me being willing to do the things that look odd and weird to other people, but knowing that that's what connects me to my body. So just by doing that, back to the goosebumps. It's not because it's cold in here, it's because I'm tapped in. And that's what you want to get to eventually. So feel your pelvic muscles, your pelvic floor muscles. Clench on the inhale. Allow the energy to sink. So you have to sit back a little bit. Make that alignment, those 3 energy centers I talked about before. Because that's why I felt squishy in the middle, because I had collapsed them. Now I feel them more in alignment. Now I feel the energy. Okay, now I got to exhale and let out. All right. All right. Okay, so we got the first 2 steps going. Let's practice this a few more times. I would say sit up straight. Try to get your energy centers aligned. Heart, umbilicus, womb. Inhale and clench. That's your floor, pelvic floor. Now feel the energy drop. I can feel it sort of, some of it's trickling. Some of it does feel like a wave. But I'm starting to feel small little energetic package that I can detect. Exhale. Release my pelvic floor. Again, I'm not feeling anything right now, which is unusual, but it's because I'm trying to do it on demand with one camera. So this is how you're going to feel at home. You're going to be like, this woman's nuts. And I get that it looks that way, but let me tell you the final effect. Once you get it working, once you start feeling a rebound, it literally feels like a little bouncing ball. Like you've collected the energy, you've gathered it, and then you let it go. And it'll give a little like, whoop, like a little pop up, like a buoy in the water. Once you've done that a few times, I think you need to get more energy collected so that it has a bigger rebound. Once you get it to a certain, so that it feels like it at least reaches your diaphragm area, then you'll start to feel it shift a little bit into waves. I think that's when it starts to connect to your heart rate variability. Again, I don't know the exact science. I just know the way it's been feeling in my body. And once you reach that area, then you can start to feel like your own energy feels like a pebble's been dropped into a pond, and you're reverberating greater and greater pulls of energy outward. That is that feeling. That's the feminine presence. That's the feminine embodiment response. Now all my senses are online, aligned. I feel completely whole because I've got a whole circuit going. Now, when I go out, yeah, I feel I'm supercharged, goosebumps. And when I walk into a room this way, heart-led, I don't even need to say anything. It looks like a whole lot of doing nothing. But I hear better. I see better. I feel everything. And in this state, tiny changes in angle, elevation, communicates very different things. Either um, pushing or giving, sharing energy, or receiving. Pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, expanding, surrendering, expanding. Never submission. It's never about complete submission. No human should ever be asked to give up complete control. Now, if you're into BDSM and you decide to role play in a safe way with someone, I'm fine with that. I'm not telling anyone to do anything or not do anything, but in your daily life, surrender means becoming the better version of yourself. Surrender means giving up your baggage. Surrender means, if you're scared of your feminine side, it means getting in touch with your feminine side. It's not drop your drawers and do what I say. It's putting that out there. And your feminine embodiment response will help you get in touch with those kinds of boundaries and lines. So, till the next time, I want you to be free. I want you to be happy. And you can listen to what I say, or you can consider me just a crazy, silly lady. It doesn't matter, because I'm just a girl.